So let's begin our warm-up by doing some dynamic stretching. We're going to lubricate our shoulder joints. We're going to get our back warmed up, loosen up our shoulders, all that good stuff. We're just going to start off by rotating both arms forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and start that now. Good, so we're going to rotate them forward for a couple times. Very nice. And now let's rotate them backwards. Very nice. Opening up your chest, getting a little bit of stretch in your chest. Now let's just cross our arms, crossing them. Very good. Awesome job. Now let's go palms up behind and then palms down. Okay, for our first actual exercise, we're going to do flagpole push-ups. So obviously everybody knows that push-ups are great for your chest or your pectoral muscles as well as your triceps, but we're also going to do a flagpole motion to engage our lats as well. So I'm going to do a whole push-up. I'm going to go all the way down, all the way back up, and now I'm going to really have to stabilize myself using my lats, also using my lateral abdominal muscles and all my stomach, and then I'm going to put it right back down, go down, and then come up all the way sideways. So let's do that for 30 seconds. Ready, go. Very nice. Notice he's not trying to go a million miles an hour. He's just going at a nice steady pace, being sure he's working every fiber of his muscles. Very good. Awesome control. Very nice. You can set a goal for, however many you could fit into 30 seconds this time. Maybe next time you can get a little bit more into that same 30-second period of time. Very nice. Okay, good. Beautiful. Okay, the next exercise is lunge front kick. So I'm going to do these stationary. I'm just going to assume that I don't have a whole lot of room to be walking forward. So I'm just going to simply go forward, almost touch my knee to the ground, and then when I pop up, I'm going to do a front kick. Now I'm going to set that front kick back down and behind me, and then I'm just going to switch my stance. So almost touch the ground with my knee, come up, and front kick. Switch, down, and front kick. Okay, let's do those lunge front kicks for 30 seconds. Ready, and go. So he's going to dip his back leg, almost touching his knee to the ground, do a front kick, set it back down behind him, switch your stance, and then go. Almost touching the ground, and then kicking. Very nice. Switch, down, and go. Awesome job. Very nice. Switch, kick, set it down behind you. Awesome. Very good. And again, we're going in a stable, a very good steady pace. We're not trying to fly a million miles an hour. Want to make it all the way through the workout. Want to work out our muscles, but not tear them down too much. And time. Very nice. Okay, ballistic front kick stretches. Now, this is not a real kick, so please don't misconstrue this as any type of a martial art kick. I'm just simply going to hold my hand out high, and I'm going to swing my leg to my hand. So we want to try to use the opposite hand or the opposite leg. So if I'm holding my right hand out in front of me, I'm going to take my left leg, keep it straight, and just swing it up until I kick myself in the hand. Now it's important that I'm not moving my hand down. I'm keeping my hand at the same rate and so that I can swing and touch it. As the workout goes on, we can raise our hand. We can set a goal to kick as high as we possibly can. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds, about 15 seconds on each leg. So his right leg is behind him. He's going to hold his left hand out in front and try to swing it up with his leg straight and kick it. Very good. So this starts our first 15 seconds of this round. Very nice. And let's switch our stance now. 15 seconds on the other leg. Ready, go. Very good. Awesome job. Not only is it stretching your hamstrings and your calves, it's lubricating those hip joints, getting you ready for training. And time. Very nice. Okay, now let's do fingernail squats. These are called fingernail squats because so we don't cheat ourselves, we're actually going to get our fingernails to scrape the carpet or scrape the ground a little bit as we come down. Now it's very, very important on any squat that I keep my back more or less straight. Now that doesn't mean it's straight up and down, it just means that my back is straight as opposed to arched way back behind me or hunched over. So by keeping my back straight, I squat down with my feet about shoulders width apart, and I want to be sure for the safety of my knees that my toes are slightly outward. So I'm going to squat all the way down until I can barely scrape the carpet with my fingernails, and then I'm going to come right back up. So I'm here, I'm scraping, and coming up. We don't have to worry about going too slow here, The focus is to keep that back straight and squat down as low as you can. My toes are slightly outward. Very good. So we're going to do that exercise for 30 seconds. Ready, set, and go. Very nice. Breathing is now becoming more important than ever. Very good. Just barely scraping those fingernails. Has nothing to do with your nails, really. We're not trying to polish our nails or anything. Just trying to make sure that we don't cheat and not go all the way down on our squats. And time. Very nice. So in this exercise, we're going to do mountain climbers. We're going to come down to the mountain climber position. We're going to do 3 mountain climbers, pop up to our stance, whichever foot that is in front, and then we're going to do a thrust knee with our rear leg. It's going to look something like this. I'm kind of like I'm in the push-up position, but I've got one foot way out in front. So I'm going to do 3 mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3. Now my right foot is in front, so I'm going to just leave it in front for my stance. Now I'm going to do a thrust knee. Set it back down behind me. Now this is my same front leg. 1, 2, 3. Because it's an odd number, it's going to be my other foot now. So we're going to do this exercise for, again, 30 seconds. Let's get in our mountain climber position. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3. Pop up, left leg, boom, very good. Back down, 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Obviously, we're getting a good cardio workout. We're engaging just about every muscle in our body, and we're even getting a little bit of a ballistic stretch out of our hip flexor muscles because we're extending our hips. Our goal is to try to get our hips in front of the foot that stays on the ground. That ensures a really good stretch and proper exaggerated technique. And time. Very nice. Okay, so our next exercise is V sit-ups or V-ups. Now there's a couple different versions here. As Jake goes ahead and starts to do his 30-second round, notice he's doing the advanced version right off the bat because obviously he's a little bit fit here. Now, there's also a beginner's version where you can stabilize yourself on the ground with your hands on either side of your body, but he doesn't need to do that. He was just showing you how to do it. So he's going to do the advanced, finish out that way. Very nice. Obviously, fantastic workout and strengthening your hip flexor muscles as well as just about every muscle on your stomach. And time. The next exercise is flutter kick. So I want everybody to go ahead and sit down on your bottom right just like this. Go ahead and make a diamond with your hands and then put the diamond with your fingertips just above your pants and then go ahead and lay down on it. Now notice I'm not even putting my shoulder blades on the mat. I'm keeping everything engaged to keep me up off the mat. Now I'm going to point my toes as best I can and do flutter kicks. Very good. So we're going to do these for 30 seconds. In a perfect world, I'm going to be going about 6 to 8 inches off the ground and not letting my feet touch the ground. Obviously, easier said than done. Just do your best. Working on our breathing. Very good. And time. The last exercise of our warm-up section of this workout is going to be dive bomb push-ups. Now we're going to do dive bomb push-ups and then reverse dive bomb push-ups. Now I really want everybody to focus on their breathing in this section. So notice that our feet, our knees rather, are rather wide, and then I'm going to be out here. I'm going to be sitting down on my heels. I'm going to dive down, arch my back, and then push up. Now I'm going to come all the way back. I should feel this stretch in my groin. Feel this in my hip joints. Focusing on the breathing, I'm going to inhale, exhale. Now that we've done that for 30 seconds, we're going to reverse. So now we're going to move forward, and then we're going to do that dive in reverse and push up. Into child's pose, actually. Forward, down through. Modified child's pose, anyway. Out here. Very good. And we're done with our warm-up. Now let's work out. The first drill of today's class will be the sit-out drill. Now, the sit-out is a motion that's present in a lot of grappling, wrestling, ground fighting of all kinds. So it's a very, very practical movement to practice. Now, if I don't have a partner, it's very, very easy to do this drill by myself. All I have to do is get on all fours, kind of like I'm in a bear crawl position. All I have to do is pick one hand up, and because this is my left hand, I'm going to take my right foot or my opposite side foot and put it through right where that hand was. So it's kind of forward at a 45-degree angle. My goal is to point my sternum all the way up at the ceiling. I can increase this motion by adding my elbow to it. Now I'm going to go right back to that same position, pick up the other hand, and go through, engage my elbow. So I'm going to do this over and over again. It looks like this. Now, if you have a partner, it's a lot more fun. My partner's in the turtle position, and I'm going to attack the turtle. So I'm basically, the purpose of this sit-out is to attack his back, either if it's with combatives, an arm lock, or a choke, or something like that. So I'm going to take one hand and put it on one side of his head, just like this. Now, I need to put that shoulder and the side of my head on his back. I can support myself on the ground or on him. It doesn't really matter as long as we're doing the main motion. I'm going to put my outside foot up, foot flat on the ground. I'm going to sit out and then throw this foot way over, all the way on the other side of him. Now I can attack his back. Now I'm just going to get reset. I'm going to put my other hand on the other side of his head. Put this foot out, put my foot way through, and then over. Just like that. So now that I've done it twice, my partner's going to do it twice, and we're just going to do this 2 for 2. So we're not going to switch every time, 2 for 2. And time. Okay, so for the next drill of this class, we're going to be using a tombstone pad. Obviously, if you don't have one of these, that's no problem. You can use a pillow, or I'm sure you can find several other soft, shock-absorbing objects around the house. We're going to be doing a combatives combination. It's going to be a number 4 elbow, a number 2 elbow, a side hammer fist, and then a punch with the other hand. So the first 3 combatives are all going to be done with the same arm. This is going to be done from behind me, and then I'm going to rotate, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I'm lined up properly with the pad, and I'm going to do a number 4 elbow, which is straight back behind me. I'm going to be sure that I'm looking. I'm going to do number 2 elbow, a side hammer fist, and then my other hand punch. So the bag's a little bit higher. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. And again. Now it's my partner's turn. Don't hit too hard because your partner gets to hit next. Very good. One more time. Now let's do the other side. Awesome. My turn again. And go. Good. Very nice. One tip is as I'm holding, I'm usually breathing out just as my partner is breathing out. Even though I'm not the one striking, I want some air to be leaving my body so it doesn't hurt me too bad. Or so it doesn't hurt me. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. Very good. For this next drill, if you have boxing gloves, it would be a good idea to put them on. If you don't have boxing gloves, that's no problem. You can either use open hands, do palm heel strikes, or you can use closed fists. Just be aware that you don't have anything supporting your wrist or protecting your knuckles, so just don't do it so hard that you hurt yourself. So this combination is going to be jab cross. We've got a right foot back behind us, front hand jab, rear hand cross. I'm going to weave underneath my partner's left hook, and then I'm going to clinch, switch, and knee. So it's going to look like this. We're going to do it slowly at first. He's going to meet me in the center. He's simulating with his focus mitt his own face. So it's going to be in the center and roughly his head level or a little bit lower. So it's going to be jab, cross, being sure to pivot on that cross and twist your body. I'm weaving underneath, and then as I move forward, it's like I'm almost going to fall over, but I switch a knee at the last second, which puts a lot of momentum into it. So it looks like this. Let's do one more combination before we put our gloves away. This is going to be another fighting combination, and what we're practicing here is hitting somebody low or entering their space where I can hit them with my hands with my foot. So I'm using a kick to enter, and then I'm coming in with some pretty devastating power shots. So it's going to be a foot jab or just a ball of the foot kick with the front leg, and then I'm going to move in to do a rear uppercut and a front hand hook. It'll look something like this slowly. Now, because I'm getting my front leg, it's always my left leg, he's going to be holding his opposite side pad. So I'm not going to try to brew up and stomp on this thing because we're training precision and accuracy here. So I'm going to do my best to get the ball of my foot to be the thing that touches it. So I'm here, I just tag it a little bit, no big deal. Now I'm going to slide forward just a little bit so I can throw my uppercut. Now on an uppercut, it's important that I don't go like this. That's not an uppercut. I've got to dip down and not take my arm away from my body too much. Then I explode out. So it's here. Here. Now I'm loaded up for my hook. Pivoting on my front foot, transferring my weight to my back foot on that hook. So let's do that a couple times. There you go. Just pause for a second. So now let's play a little game with our partners just to cool down, have a little bit of fun at the end of our workout. One of the things that we like to do is play shoulder tag. So I'm trying to touch my partner's shoulders and he's trying to touch mine. Obviously, I get to block mine. I can do anything I want. I can move my body. I can try to slap his hands away, do some of my blocks, but I want to touch his shoulders more than he's able to touch mine. So you want to be careful not to stick each other in the face, so I'm going to try to touch kind of like the outside of his shoulder, and it's literally just reaching out and touching it. So if Jake tries to touch my shoulders, well, he just got a point. Well, maybe if he does that again, maybe I'll just block it just like that, kind of like a 360 block, and we can play that. Now, if we can play this game stationary and we're good enough that we can start moving around, that's really better. So then we can focus on moving with an opponent that's moving against me, but also our footwork, so not walking around like this, crossing our feet, falling over. I'm going to be shuffling, keeping my feet wide. So let's play that just for a little bit. He got me. That's always a fun game to end a workout with. Have fun, guys.